This video is for transitions using algebra. So in this one, we're going to use all the algebraic rules. It's the same rules as we used yesterday. If we add to the x, we move right. If we subtract from the x, we move left. If we add to the y, we move up. And if we subtract from the y, we move down. So example 3 says triangle XYZ has these vertices. Find the vertices of x prime, y prime, z prime after a translation of 7 units to the left and 3 units down. So 7 units to the left means I'm going to subtract 7 from the x, and then 3 units down means I'm going to subtract 3 from the y. So all you have to do here is just subtract your numbers. So you would do 3 minus 7, and then you would do 1 minus 3. So your new point here would be -4, -2. And this will be the same rule for every point. Oop, sorry, you don't need that x or that parentheses in there. So same thing here. I would do 5 minus 7, and then 6 minus 3. So my new point here would be -2, +3. And then here, 5 minus 7 would give me a -2. -1 minus 3 would give me a -4. All right, so in this one, we're doing the same thing. And we're going to do a translation of 3 units to the right and 6 units up. So 3 units to the right mean I'm adding 3 to the x, and 6 units up, means we're adding 6 to the x. So again, all these would be the same. And we do the same thing. We would do -2 plus 3, and then 1 plus 6. So my new ordered pair here would be 1, 7. And then here we would do add 3 to the 3 and 6 to the x. So my new point here would be 6, 7. This one would be 5, 4. And this one would be 0, 4. All right, so down here at the bottom, they've given us the rules a little bit differently. So the first thing I would do is write the rules out. So if I'm moving right 17, I'm adding 17. And if I'm moving down 2, I'm subtracting 2 from the y. So the same thing, you would just do -10 plus 17, which would give you a 7, and then 5 minus 2, which would give you a 3. All right, here we're going left 15, so that's subtracting 15 from x, and then down 7 is subtracting 7, so you could do -2 minus 15, and then 1 minus 7. So your new point here would be -17, -6. So now this one gives me the rule. It says to use this rule. So I would do 6, do the x, minus 12, and then I would do the y, plus 4, and my new point would be -6, 7. And then again here, they've already given me the rule. So I take the x value and I add 11, and then I take the y value and I add 10. So my new point would be 26, 24. All right, this one has 2 rules. So the first rule says we're going right 4, so that's adding 4 to the x, and then up 10, so adding 10 to the y. So -32 plus 4, and then 45 plus 10 would give me a new point of -28, 55. And then now I'm going to go left 16, so I would subtract 16 from x, and then down 22. So I'm subtracting 22, and I use this new ordered pair. So I would do -28 minus 16, and then 55 minus 22. And my new ordered pair would be -44, 33. Hang on, let me check really quick, make sure I did that right. Nope, I didn't. This should be a negative 60, and then if we do negative 60 minus 16, we would get a negative 76. Sorry, guys. All right, last one. Here are my rules. So I would do add 15 to this one, and then I would subtract 5 from this one. So my new point would be 4, comma, negative 25. And then now I'm going to add 12 to my x. And then to my y, I'm going to add 10. So my final point would be 16, comma, negative 15. So that's it for this video.